So the central card in your reading, what March revolves around for you, is Fool energy. And Fool means being open, having trust, having faith, feeling like all things are possible. This is the very first card of the tarot. And when we see this happen, it means that that all things are possible. You know, this is the 0 card. This is like before anything is formed. I actually liken this to the void, or the Uranos in Greek mythology, which is the god of the sky. When anything is possible. It's like the day is just dawning, and he's preparing himself to go out on a fresh new adventure, to go out and meet the world and explore it, and he's doing so with an open heart. So this represents innocence, beginner's mind, you know, going out and greeting the day with a smile, essentially. In the reverse position, Scorpio, this means that this energy is still showing up for you. You know, there is opportunity. That's a big word for this card as well. But there may be some just resistance or hesitancy on your part to go out and meet it. In other words, opportunity is knocking at your door, but there are some questions about whether you're ready to answer that door or answer that call. So whenever cards are in reverse, it means that there is some fear, some resistance, some doubt. There's something that's just blocking this, or that it's just under the surface waiting to emerge. So you may have the sense throughout March, Scorpio, of like some new grand adventure is awaiting you. Or this can also show up as restlessness. It's possible that Fool in reverse can show up as the lower side of Fool, which means being reckless, being foolish, you know, leaping before you look. So there is a caution here with Fool in reverse to say, you know, make sure you're sensible about things. Make sure that you're not completely casting things to the wind, or, you know, jumping out of the frying pan into the fire. You want to kind of do this in a measured way. Don't go to the foolishness side of Fool, because sometimes when Fool is in reverse, it shows up as the lower qualities of him. But you do have this openness, this innocence, this sense of adventure, this sense of breaking open into something new, beginning a new journey. And with all this ace energy, it's saying something new wants to come in. It's like, again, that opportunity is knocking. And my question to you is there anything that is preventing you from answering the call? Is there any fear, doubt, resistance? I'm actually going to say doubt here, because Fool is about trust and faith. Is there any way in which you're having mistrust or lack of faith, lack of, you know, doubting things, that is preventing you from accessing this fresh, open energy of Fool? Because he's waiting there for you. He's sort of like sitting on your porch, knocking on the door, saying, let's go. With this in the shadow position, Page of Coins. Again, this card is about being open. This has more to do with earth energy. This is Page of Earth. So pages have to do with willingness, openness, enthusiasm, being willing to try something out, being willing to have beginner's mind. So Page of Coins often means being willing to receive something, you know, like being willing to receive that job offer, being willing to receive new money, being willing to receive something new coming into your lifestyle. Kind of getting for you guys that this might be a new lifestyle, but this is in shadow. And so what it's saying to me is that he's being blocked. His sensible nature is being blocked. So I'm going to focus again on wanting to be practical. When things are in shadow, they are not available to us, not available in our conscious mind. So I'm seeing, again, a lack of willingness or openness to something that you could receive. It's a new money, new lifestyle. He's also very sensible, so he's very grounded. So I'm going to just say, try to see a way that you could be sensible, grounded, open-minded. That's really what I'm getting from this. And it's in shadow. So I think it's echoing for me the same thing that Fool in reverse is echoing, is that it's saying, in what way is Page of Coins in shadow, in reverse? Is there, what sort of doubt or fear is impacting the Page of Coins? The willingness to receive something. And usually it has to do with money, lifestyle, jobs, receiving an asset, receiving a gift. What's passing away for you, Scorpio, for March is the sense of justice. So justice means law and order. Justice means a verdict being rendered. Justice means the truth being implemented. So if there is like a law case that you have been involved with, that may wrap up this month. If there is something that justice has been served, it's like letting go of karma, letting go of the laws, the rules, the regulations, whatever verdict. I'm getting that a verdict has been rendered because it's showing up in the past, like a decision has been made, and then that's going to be passing away. Like this is the allowing in of new life with this ace, the fool, and this other ace of wands. This is sort of like the old decision has been made. The decision has been made, the verdict has been rendered, and then that's sort of like the old part of that life that's passing away, that's dissolving away. So again, try to embrace full energy, be open, be willing, try not to be cynical or closed, be open. And that's where Ace of Cups comes in. When you are open, look at this card. This is a new beginning in terms of the heart. And I often call this card, my cup runneth over, my heart is full. It's when your heart is so full, because cups represent emotions, they represent heart energy, it's water energy. This is where the dove of peace lands. And you can see there's lots of enlightenment here too with this lotus. It's like when you've gone through all the mud and gone through these muddy waters, and it comes up and blooms. So this is new passion, being involved with something that makes your heart sing. It's something you love and adore. It's creativity. It's a new creative project, a new passion. Sometimes it's new love, because that's Ace of Cups energy. Whatever it is that fills your heart, makes your heart sing, that's Ace of Cups energy. And that is in the approaching position. So allow that in, Scorpio. It's beautiful energy. And it's also going to be very satisfying to you. This is Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. This is satisfaction. It's you can see the guy is just sort of beaming here from having just eaten at a full banquet, or has a full wine cellar. This is the highlighted card for you for March, Scorpio. So I just see you being very happy, being very filled. This is all beautiful cups energy, water energy, which is your element, which has to do with emotion. So beginning something new that you love, and it brings you so much satisfaction. So March is a good time to begin a creative project, Scorpio, or start a new love. Engage yourself with a new passion, whether that's with a person or an activity, a hobby, inspiration for your career, or whatever it might be. Ace of Cups is just your heart being filled. So nice energy there coming up for you in March. Let go of anything that feels like rigid and having to do with law or verdicts rendered, or even I'll just say having to conform to rigid structures. That you've kind of decided upon the truth. You know what the truth is. That decision has been made, and that's actually freeing you up to go forward. This is the part of the past. This verdict has been rendered, and that's passing away. Just try to be sensible as you go forward, because that is what Fool and Page of Coins in Shadow are saying. Be sensible about your approach, but be open. Don't be closed off. Week 1 of March is lovely for you, Scorpio. You can see it's like the end of the rainbow lands at you. And this is a card about joy and peace and harmony. And, it's just like when your cup is being filled. That is a theme for March for you. The rainbow ends there. That's where the treasure is. Your heart is so full that it's overflowing. Week 1 of March is a very nice time for you, Scorpio. So enjoy that. Week 2 is the Jack of Coins. This is the salesman card. So again, the message here is be practical, be sensible. He considers the bottom line of things. So I'm going to say in week 2 of March, you really need to weigh the pros and cons in your decision making. Jacks are always adventurous and romantic and playful and clever. So you still have that fun energy of the Fool, of being open and going for it and being adventurous. But Knight is the cautious knight. Knight of Coins rather is the cautious knight, and he's the salesperson, and he considers the bottom line. He thinks about, like, is this going to benefit me? Is this worth going into? He picks and chooses his battles. So, and he's really sensible about it. He weighs the pros and cons. He says, am I going to lose, if I go into this battle, am I going to lose all my armor? Is my horse going to get taken out, or is this something that I can potentially win? Is it worth it, is what he often usually says. And he drives a hard bargain. So he's really like a bottom line kind of guy. So I'm going to say, choose your battles, be sensible, and weigh the pros and cons towards anything in week 2. In week 3, you have available to you a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of new vitality. This is really fresh, new energy. Ace of Rods is the same archetype as the baton twirler that we see in the front of a parade. It's like the first horse out of the gates. It's also the archetypal energy of when a relay race is being run. The person with the baton is the active element. They're the person who has the action, where it's happening, where it's at, where life is happening, where vital action is happening. And it's like a new spring. So this is the second ace in your spread. So I really get, since aces are new beginnings, new fresh energy coming in. You're going to be feeling that, especially in the 3rd week of March, Scorpio, that you really have opportunity there. The one thing I'll say too is, just like Fool, this is in reverse. So I'm going to ask, what is it that's holding back your enthusiasm? What is holding back your energy or your vitality, or what is preventing you from going forward with this new fresh energy and running out in front of the race, being in front of the parade, being the active element? Because it's there waiting for you. It's, again, knocking on your door. What is preventing you from embracing that or opening the door, Scorpio? Because it's showing up for you, but it's showing up in reverse. So there's some sort of blocked energy with that. Resistance, fear, doubt. Once you remove any of those, this flips upright and you have that new fresh energy to go forward with. Then week 4, maybe about hard work. 10 of Wands is about effort. It's about putting in the hard work. And sometimes when 10 of Wands shows up, I usually ask the question, what is it that you're carrying that's unnecessary? You can see he's sort of overworked here, and his back is breaking, he's weary, he's tired. 10 of Wands means that you need to let go of some of the extra stuff that you're carrying. So one of the questions I always ask is, what is it that you're carrying that's not yours? What is in excess? What is not necessary that you could put down? And when it's in the reverse position, you may be having a hard time letting go of any of your irons in the fire. You may be having a hard time letting go of what's not yours. Like, you feel this crushing responsibility to carry everyone else's weight as well as your own. You may have a hard time seeing or identifying what's yours and what's not yours, what you're carrying of others that isn't really yours to carry. So I'm going to have you ask that question so that you can see you're carrying more than your fair share, or see that you're carrying more than what's necessary, and see if you can lighten your load at the end of March, Scorpio.